Welcome everyone, my name's Eliza and I'm joined with my colleague Pierre today. We work for the strategy group and a lot of the work that we do is actually in local government. We do a lot of CX transformation, we do service redesign, journey mapping, and one of the services that we've spoken with councils a lot about is actually change of address. So Pierre, would you like to kind of describe to everyone what change of address is as a service?
Sure. So change of address is, in essence, people contacting council to let them know that they've moved to a new location, they've changed their address. The reason they do this is to make sure they can receive their notice for paying their rates. So that's the main purpose of this process.
Okay, and in this particular council service, change of address, what are the common pain points that you see for customers and for council?
One of the main problems really come from the fact that there is no single source of truth in terms of the recording of this address. Council do a lot of work to reconcile addresses. They have sometimes the same people with different addresses, so there is obviously an old one, a new one, so they need to figure out which one is which or which one should be used. But also sometimes for the same address, they will have different names because one person could contact council, the person's name is Jennifer, and she say, actually I'm Jenny, so you'll have Jenny and Jennifer recorded, so that would count as two different people. So that's one of the main pain points for this process.
Okay, I see. So yeah, I can imagine having those multiple different almost profiles for the same person can be really frustrating.
It is.
What do you suggest to kind of solve these issues for councils?
That's a good one. We find there's two things to be done. There is one short-term solution is to start defaulting people to e-notices, so digital notices instead of paper notices to pay their rate. The reason for that is if you get an email address, it's more likely it will get to the right people. And if the person change and move to a different, location, they will usually conserve and keep their email addresses. Much easier to update, and usually people update less often their email addresses. So it's easier to deliver the right notice. And also cheaper for council. So that's for the short term. For the medium and long term, it's really moving to self-service portals. So a part where a website, in a sense, where people log in with a unique ID, so there's no duplicates and error, where they can manage everything linked to their notice and notice payment. So they will say if they want to, how they want to pay, direct debit or credit card or anything, and all the information about their property, could be multiple, would be stored on a single platform, single source of truth.
Okay, and a question that we commonly ask, which sounds like is quite relevant to this particular service, is what role does technology play in this particular service?
That's a good one. Well, obviously, technology is critical for the self-service function, but what we find sometimes is council have the technology, but they don't use it well, or they don't make this the main channel to deal with notices. So we recommend redirecting and redesigning all the operation and op model to direct resident taxpayer towards this platform to deal with the notices and how they pay their rates.
Okay, and that seems a lot more relevant this day and age. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Pierre, and thank you everyone for watching. We've got a few more episodes like this coming through soon as well, so thank you so much.